And I said, oh, John, how am I going to introduce you to these people, you know? And he's like, well, I don't know. And I said, well, I could say that you're, this amazing entrepreneur and that you've taken a small little eBay company and made it into this huge, massive Urban Outfitters online business. But you know what we decided? We decided John Lawson. 5 fingers of death.
All right. How are you guys doing? Okay, that sucked. How are you guys doing? All right. You know, I'm from America, so we all chipper and happy and all that shit. Anyway, okay, so we're going to talk about the business of social. 5 fingers of death will come in there somewhere, but before we get started, I want to make sure that you guys understand that this presentation is rated PG. You might need to call your moms just to see if you can sit in this presentation. I might say something that might offend you. If I don't, then I haven't done my job yet. Watch this. I want you to just take a second, and I know you just got out and did a little walking around, but can you stand up for me for just a second? Okay? And what I want you to do is put your hands out in front of you like that. Just, at a normal, okay? And and what I want you to do is just go like this. Now come back out. Do that one. Okay. Now let's try it and just really, got standing ovation. Yes! Yes! I'm just playing, guys. Sit down. Look, check this out. I want you to understand that basically 1 in 3 of you in this room are actually going to take some of the stuff that you learned today and put it into practice. That's the average from, one of these kind of events. Only 1 out of every 3 persons. And this movie is always one of the things that is on my mind. If you haven't watched it in a while, the first one, you probably should, and just try to grasp some of the business and lessons that are in there and see how it can apply to you and what you do in life in general. It's pretty amazing. I just watched this about 2 months ago with my family, and it's like, wow, that movie is just so enlightening. But one of the things in that movie was he was given 2 pills. And he had to choose which pill he was going to take. It was the blue pill or the red pill. It was like, you can continue to live in this abject sleep state, or you can wake up to the reality of what's going on today. And so some of you are going to actually get it. And then some of you are just going to be like, I don't understand what he said. He wasn't speaking Swedish. Okay, John Lawson who? That's probably what you're asking. Who is this guy? So I've done a lot of stuff in the last couple of years. I run a company called Third Power Outlet. I also have another company that is called Colder Ice Media, which is kind of what we do with the social media kind of stuff. I've been on TV and newspapers in the States, and I've got like 44,000 people that follow me on Twitter, and literally, if I was on fire, I could not rally those 44,000 people to piss on me. It's pathetic. You can't get people to do anything sometimes in social media. But today, I'm going to teach you really how to use social media and social tools to further the things that you want, whatever it is you want to do, whatever it is you want to sell, whatever message you want to get out there, social media can be used for that. And today we're going to kind of explore that a little bit. Let's look at the evolution of communication. The first, beings on this planet, human beings on this planet, started communicating simply by chiseling things out on rocks. If you go to some of the older places, the pyramids and all that kind of stuff, you'll see paintings and stuff, and it's outside on a rock. Why is it on a rock? Well, that was the way it was actually being broadcast. If I had one thought, I put it on this rock, and all the people that walked by the rock could see my thought. That was communication in the old days. Then you came into the movable type era, where, a lot of the Bibles were printed back in that time, where they finally learned how to use a press and make books and bindings, and they were moving messages that way. It was definitely better than trying to carry a rock around. Then we came into mass publication, you know. That's when we really, as a culture, grew up in terms of educating one another and being able to pass on information via those books. Lastly, or where we are, you know, just a few years ago, email. It was a pretty neat thing. All of a sudden, I didn't even need a physical method to transfer my message. It went through a digital pipeline somewhere, and all of a sudden, you've got mail. So that's been the evolution since human beings have been on this planet. Now, when I was a kid, I used to watch TV, and they used to say, wow, one day we will have talking phones. And you'll be able to see people on the other side of the conversation. It used to be, oh my God, that was going to be so cool. I'm going to be able to sit in my living room like Judy Jetson, you know, and be able to talk. That's what they presented to us as the future of communication, right? Do you get this cartoon? You ever get this cartoon? You have to be old as hell to see, but I'm old. So I remember this. And it was like, wow, can you believe we're going to be in that age? Well, hey, we're here. We're even past there. I can do this now on my cell phone. It's absolutely amazing technology that we're in. However, even though we've got talk and Skype and FaceTime and all that kind of good stuff, something's kind of weird. Something weird is going on because we seem to be going back to the future in communications and in technology. Why? I don't understand this. What is it about texting that everybody loves so much? So we're kind of doing the same thing that the man did hundreds, even thousands of years ago. He would carve that message out one letter at a time. And that's what we continue to do. No matter how much good FaceTime you've got, we still find ourselves texting. Twitter, one of the biggest communication vehicles in the world, is really based around texting in 140 characters. Isn't that weird? You've got all this great technology, and here we go. I'm texting somebody right now. Let me text this out real quick. I'll get with you in a minute. It's weird. But that is kind of like our preferred method. So we've gone, like I said, in an evolution all the way back to tweeting. Insanity. But, hey, you can't argue with what the people want. So here's like the trilogy of what people want in the new communication. Just follow me here. They want it personalized. It has to be unique to that person. It's location-based and it's historical. See, what you're getting right now is historical information on people with a Facebook page. I don't have to know exactly what you're doing right now. I can go to your Facebook page and find out where you were last week. I can find out what kind of ice cream you like if you've posted it. You've got a lot of historical data to make a personalized message for a consumer now. This powerful stuff. Then it's socialized. It's easily shareable along the lines of, I can retweet your stuff. I can take a, blog post and I can send it out. It's very shareable content and it's easy for people to consume, especially if you're talking about Twitter. 140 characters, And it's mobilized. If you don't know, that's the hottest new phone in America. Okay, no, it's not. Just a joke. Come on, people. Just a joke. All right. But it's mobilized. It's location-based. Right? So now we're checking in with Foursquare and we're telling everybody where we are. And what's really going on that's odd to me, it's kind of odd, is that we're just like application junkies. Oh, I got the new app. Ew, this new app. And the thing is, you have to think about apps. Apple made these apps up, right? And they did it because our connectivity sucked when the phone first came out. So when iPhone 1 first came out, worldwide connectivity wasn't all that fast. You guys are doing a lot better in connectivity than we are. We're about 80%. You're like 95, 97% connected in this country, you know? So what they ended up doing was saying, well, hey, since it's so slow to, you know, go around and navigate the web, we'll create these little apps that'll run most of the processing on the phone itself and just hit the network every once in a while. So they created this bridge, which was an app, and it's kind of really crazy because it's old technology that they put on this phone to make the phone seem brand new, and now we're just nuts about it. If I don't have enough of those damn little buttons, I'm just not happy. What apps do you use? Oh, I got this app. It's kind of crazy. But that's the way we are. That's the experience that we're looking for today. Now, here's this. Copy this down. Okay, grab that. This is the social network. Blah, blah, blah. And that one is blah, blah, blah. And we're on the blah, 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 blah. I don't give a damn. Show me the money. If there's no money in this thing, I don't need to be doing it. I got other things I could be doing. I know people that spend all day on Twitter, they ain't made a dime. Matter of fact, they're losing money by wasting time. Well, today we want to talk about ROI, right? We want to get some money. That's where we're at today. Let's look at this thing. Paid versus free. The Super Bowl is the #1 watched television program in America, possibly the world. I don't know, the World Cup might beat it. But I do know these statistics on how much it costs to have a 30-second ad on the Super Bowl. Now, the Super Bowl has a pretty big reach. The last one had about 98, 99 million viewers. You're going to get a 30-second ad. It's going to cost you $3 million. Now, that's just the ad time. All right? If that does not count, you know, how much time it's going to take you to pay, you know, Charlie Sheen to do a damn commercial for you and make it cute, or whoever, I don't know, ABBA, I don't know, who would you pay here? You know, but somebody that's famous. Then you got to set up the studio, and you got to get the recording people and the cameras and all that kind of crap going. It's going to cost you between $3 to $5 million just to get a 30-second ad on the TV while I'm taking a piss. Because I'm not watching most of the ads. I'm in the bathroom, right? But people will do this, and there'll be businesses that are launched from a 30-second commercial. But look at what you can do for free on YouTube. 123 million viewers per month. Per month. Facebook, 137 million unique views per month. And Twitter, it's, you know, not the grandest and grandiose, but 27 million per month. So you can literally have an audience of Super Bowl size for free on the internet, can you not? Now what you're seeing happening, and this happened this year the first time, is that people are actually taking Super Bowl type commercials and they're expanding the brand. They're expanding the experience. They're saying to people, Doritos did a commercial. I don't know if you got the chips here, but they're just some, potato chip type thing. They did a commercial on the Super Bowl, but what they did is they allowed everybody to submit their own commercials on YouTube. And from that, America ended up choosing which ones they liked best. Then they used that commercial on the Super Bowl. What is happening now is they extended the experience. They've gotten people totally involved in what's going on, which seems like 30 seconds, is now turning into a branded experience. And that is the power of some of these social tools. When we talk about social media, we're always talking about Twitter, Facebook. Hardly do we kind of overlook YouTube. But YouTube is a social platform. How many of you watch YouTube? How many of you don't? That's easier. See? Nobody. Everybody's there. And you can actually do a 30-second commercial right there with an audience. But that's going a little bit too far ahead. Let's finish up. Here's the world of social media. It's ginormous, people. It's so big. There are like 1,800 social media sites in the world. And that's just in English. I mean, if you go into Asian sites, there's probably as many of those in that language. There's probably as many